wilding and childish right now.
Wilding
and childish. I got to bring that back. I used to do that on TikTok. Before we went into the break, appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love. As always, hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. Ask the question. Let's say the Chicago Bears hit the ground running. Boom! Posted Loveland, dominant.
Oh,
Rome Odunze, God.
woo!
Luther Burden, demon.
Luther.
DJ Moore is existing in the offense.
Yeah.
Let's not even say existing. Let's say he's still playing well. Him and Luther Burden neck and neck. But clearly you've got your number one. Clearly you've got your main guy. In that situation, are you coming out of this season and saying, I'm fine with moving on from DJ Moore. Let's make a trade. Let's get some draft capital in here and try and add to other parts of this team.
To be very clear, because I saw during the break, a lot of people thought you meant mid-season trade. We're talking about at the end of this season, if DJ Moore is neck and neck with
whenever. I mean, if you want to trade a mid-season, that'd be crazy.
Oh, you want to go mid-season too? Okay.
Whenever. If you feel like everybody else is hitting, Caleb Williams is dominating, the Ben Johnson system is working, footballs are being dotted everywhere. DJ Moore is on par to have a good season, but maybe isn't the number one guy in this offense. Are you moving on from DJ Moore?
I'm going to take it from the aspect of if the season has ended and you're looking at the overall stats, you're looking at the production from every single player on this team on offense, and DJ is kind of in the middle of the pack. There's a conversation that needs to be had about maybe moving on from him. If Luther Burden in year one is already showing the talent that he has, I mean, by the end of the season, him and just Caleb are on another page, just linking up. And then, of course, Rome taking that next step and becoming a star player at the wide receiver position. He kind of takes over that wide receiver one spot. Then I would say yes. Then the money starts to not look that good. Even though it's team friendly, I would say we have enough weapons here where I would be okay with moving on from DJ Moore for the foreseeable future. And I understand some are saying, well, you got to keep in mind injury, keep your good players because you never know who gets hurt. Well, I mean, quite honestly, we got a slew of receivers here. If I'm worried about that, then that means we don't have enough stars. Well, I like you have Zacchaeus, you got Duvernay, you got Rome, you got Luther,
got a lot of weapons on this team.
You got a lot of weapons. So one leaving is not going to worry me when it comes to injury. That's part of the game, but also trades are part of the game as well. You like if you're not doing your part by the end of the season, if DJ Moore doesn't look like the wide receiver one that we paid him to be, what that means is that there's some sort of disconnect in Ben Johnson's office with him. I believe that Ben Johnson will do everything within his power to allow DJ to look like how he did with his best season with Justin Fields. He's going to attempt to do that. And if that doesn't look the way it should this year, then I'm not blaming Ben Johnson. That's how much trust I have in the coach and how mad I think he is with making sure that everybody is in lockstep. You've seen how the practices have gone with him holding everybody accountable from the top to the bottom of the roster. And so if that's the case, then there's something wrong, I think, with DJ by the end of the season. I think DJ has some sort of disconnect with either the coach, with what he's requesting of him outside of catching the ball. When you say no block, no rock, maybe there's a disconnect there where maybe during the season he's not doing a good of a job in all the other small areas, on all the other details. And so you factor all that in, I'm like, okay, well, maybe now it's time to move on.
I mean, listen, if we're saying in the scenario that Rome becomes the number one, like he's not getting number one targets. You know what I mean? Like, and it's not, you drafted Rome top 10.
Mm-hmm.
The goal is for Rome to become the number one. You're not trying to live in a world where DJ is your number one when a young top 10 pick is it like your goal is for you to be looking over there Rome Odunze and being like, wow, he's really freaking good. He's one of the 10 best players that was selected out of that draft. I think even the conversation with Luther Burden is kind of in line with that. Like your expectation is for these young dudes to hit here. I don't think that takes away from DJ Moore though. And to me, honestly, like I don't think it signifies a problem at all. I think it just means that the pecking order may have changed. And if DJ Moore is fine with the pecking order changing, 23 million for a number 2 wide receiver is nothing. Like you're still in a good position, especially with the salary cap rising every year and rising in ridiculous ways. And the TV money is about to get stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Like to me, I just there's no world where unless you need to open up money for a major name that's going to be on the market, you need to open up, right? Like I'm also still the guy who will always trade wide receivers for flexibility to go out and add really good pass rushers or flexibility to go out and add really good offensive linemen. Like I am like, listen, I didn't want to trade Cole Kmet, but if it meant I could get Trey Hendrickson, I'll see you later. You know, I didn't want to trade Jalen Johnson, but if it means I can get Myles Garrett on the other side of it, hey, I love you. I'll let you later, my guy. There now. Like there are always situations where it's like, yeah, I'll give up this player for this player because this player makes up more and makes this team more successful than what you can do because you are somebody that needs either the ball thrown your way or I guess in both situations, the ball thrown your way for you to make an impact versus this guy who on every single play can make an impact. So I'm not going to say there's no world where I'm trading DJ Moore, but it is literally a world of, especially if he's not the number 1 guy and maybe he's the number 2, 2A, however you want to call it. There is a world where I'm sitting there going, yeah, you know, like I think that this guy over here, the next Trey Hendrickson or, you know, the next Myles Garrett, he's disgruntled and wants to get out. Trade DJ Moore. Open up the money. But I think that's a different conversation than just, do you trade them because other pieces are hitting? I don't think that makes sense to me.
Yeah, shout out to Jay Grizz. I saw this comment a few pages up. It says, getting rid of DJ gives me getting rid of Demont and Roquan Smith vibes. I'm not necessarily going to agree with that because Roquan Smith was literally the best linebacker in football at the time. We took a chance on getting 2 linebackers that could give you equal or better production at more than one position. DJ Moore is not the best at his position. David Montgomery also. I could see maybe more of a similarity with that comparison. But, you know, when it comes to that, again, those guys, they gave ultimate effort and production when they were on the team. They were the best version of themselves on this team. Like, you didn't deny that David Montgomery wasn't doing his job. Like he gave you the yards after contact. He gave you the tough yards. He was someone that you relied upon constantly in the backfield. Roquan Smith, multiple tackles, heat-seeking missile, great in coverage. Like he did everything when he was on this team. If DJ Moore does that, then yeah, you're not trading him. If DJ Moore compares to the likes of those two, you're not trading him at all because that means that he's doing his job. That he's living up to the standard that you have for him. My only problem is, does he live up to the standard of the football team now, the standard and the culture of the team now? And so if that is anything, how can I put this? If that shows up anything less than what Ben Johnson is trying to coach up for this team, that's why I see a path to him leaving. I understand that he's a talented player, and you're saying, oh, well, now that we got all these good players, you want somebody to go that's a good player. That happens all the time in the league. If you're not really living up to your potential, then possibly, as you mentioned, you know, you give them away for someone who can come in and contribute right away. I think that you can find that. And as you mentioned, edge rusher, that's another position that's needed, you know, opposite Montez Sweat. That's the path that I see us going in. If by the end of the season, we're having real questions and real articles about, does DJ Moore actually still belong in this team? And so, again, we will see. We will see how it looks coming up this season.
No, yeah, I think that does make the biggest difference with all of this. I mean, at the end of the day, if Ben Johnson says, hey, I don't need DJ Moore, then you move on from DJ Moore.
You see something. Yeah.
Like that's really what it is. If Ben Johnson goes, yeah, we could trade him. That's really the situation where you move on from DJ Moore. But I don't think Ben Johnson's living in that world. Ben Johnson likes having his weapons. You know.
Oh,
boy, this guy's got a lot of weapons, doesn't he? It's gonna be fun.
Idiot.
Oh, Waldron didn't deserve that straight. Okay, maybe.
Oh, yes, he did.
Yeah, maybe he did. Maybe he did. Anybody want to watch some film? Oh, that's the wrong way. Anybody want to watch some film? Anybody?
You don't need
Caleb. Hey, Caleb, you don't need
it. You
that
don't need
it.
Yeah, that him too. That's where it was, and this is where it happened. Get out of here! Trying to defend your OC. Both of you guys
that's
are
what
nuts.
I saw. That's where it was. That's where it lied. And we're gonna leave a dead dog there. You know what I'm saying?
All right, Russia
What?
crasher. Shut up.
What? Hey, man, let's keep this thing moving along. Appreciate y'all for tuning in to the show. Love as always. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do.